Good afternoon, new 1%. It's Satoshi Boomin coming at you with another video. We have our Cardano update today, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about the price. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the Cardano community today. You don't want to miss it. Please hit that subscribe button, guys. We're trying to push to 10,000 subscribers. We in the VeChain and the Cardano family deserve it. Let's get there. All right, without further ado, I got my hot tea and honey relocked and loaded. Let's get into the show. Looking at the Cardano price today, guys, we are up about 7% today. There is no doubt in my mind that we were going to come back from that small dip that we had just a few short days ago, guys. Again, we're not worried about little price dips here and there, baby. We're holding for the long term. And the long term for me is the next 50 to 60 years. I want to pass Cardano on to my surviving family members when I pass away, guys. Like, this is serious business here. If you're not in it for the long term like me, that's okay. Everybody has different goals, but I truly do believe that Cardano will change the world. I'm fully sold in. So, you know, small dips like this really don't faze me one bit. And, you know, digital assets and crypto are going to be around for a very, very, very long time. So with all the announcements, the Merry Hard Fork coming out in about 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. In about 4 days, the Merry Hard Fork will be initiated. We should have native assets. Once native assets get on the blockchain, I do see Cardano pumping more. If I was to give a price prediction, hopefully by the end of March, we could be sitting pretty at $2, maybe $2.50. That would be great. Enough about the price, guys. Again, the price is the least thing you should be caring about when it comes to these cryptos, guys. I mean, I know you don't want to hear it. That's not what, you know, all the cool YouTubers are saying, but the price is just one part of the equation, guys. What are you going to accomplish? It's all fun and games getting rich, but what are you going to do after you get rich? You're just going to be a rich asshole that does nothing with their lives and contributes nothing to society? Or are you going to be a part of something bigger than yourselves? Okay, that's what being a Cardano family, that's what being a part of the Cardano family is about. That's what being a part of the VeChain family is about making your mark any way you can on society. All right, moving on. So we got some great news, guys. Great news indeed. Actually, let's go on here to the Charles Hoskinson here. We got the Hosk. He says, welcome FD7 Ventures, guys. FD7 Ventures has invested more into Cardano. Welcome FD7 Ventures to the ecosystem. Let us know if you need any technical support. We would love to see you on Catalyst. This is awesome. Let's take a look. Global Investment Fund FD7 Ventures to sell $750 million of USD to increase their Cardano and Polkadot holdings, guys. They see what the future is. The future is going to be decentralized. The future is going to be running on smart contracts. The future is going to be digital, guys. All right. Are you going to be in the driver's seat? These guys are scooping it up. They're scooping it all up. So FD7 Ventures, a global crypto investment fund with $1 billion under management, announced that they plan to sell $750 million USD worth of their Bitcoin over the next 30 days to increase their company's position in Cardano and Polkadot. The move will effectively sell off the majority of the company's Bitcoin holdings to purchase rising projects Cardano and Polkadot. According to the company, the increase in these altcoin holdings will better serve the needs of FD7 investors who are looking to diversify their portfolios in the growing crypto space. We're going to start seeing more of this, guys. Do not be surprised. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if a Grayscale announcement came within the next year or two. They're already set up kind of like the skeleton for a Cardano integration into Grayscale. And if Cardano gets into Grayscale, guys, I might think about picking up a few. All right, that's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do what you will with your own money. But for me personally, I would rather pick up a Cardano Grayscale fund than a Bitcoin one. Aside from that, Bitcoin was the first to market and society has given it meaning as a store of value. I think Bitcoin's pretty useless, said Prakash Chand, managing director of FD7 Ventures. Projects such as Cardano, Polkadot, and Ethereum are the foundation to the new internet and Web 3.0. Now, I would agree, but I don't think Bitcoin is useless. I think Bitcoin will always have a use. I think Bitcoin is digital gold and will continue to be digital gold for the foreseeable future. But that's neither here nor there, guys. We have major companies, major investment firms looking into purchasing Cardano. That's all you need to know. It started like that with Bitcoin, guys. It started off with Grayscale. Well, Grayscale came a little bit later, but let's just say it started off with Grayscale. Then all these Johnny-come-latelys started to come in. Michael Saylor, Elon Musk. It starts off with a couple of hedge funds, a couple of major hedge funds starting to buy Cardano, and the next thing you know, Jeff Bezos was gonna post about it or something. That's a dream, but it could happen. Moving on. All right, guys. Shout out to Zoomark here on Reddit. He posted this little snippet here. We have the Cardano TikTok. Guys, go ahead. If you're on TikTok, please follow Cardano, man. I mean, this is amazing. They're actually marketing. They're actually marketing to demographics that will be using Cardano in the future. And this is good. So let's take a look at this short little snippet. It's about 26 seconds. And let's take a look.
Cardano is about to launch native tokens. So what's the difference between them and Ethereum tokens, and why are Cardano's so much better? Ethereum offers non-native tokens. What this means is that you have Ethereum, and then through a custom-coded smart contract, you can create other tokens. But these tokens are not the same as Ethereum, and so a smart contract is required, and this adds cost to every single action. Cardano, on the other hand, offers native tokens. This means no smart contracts required, and the token gets all the benefits of ADA with drastically lower costs to operate.
Very short and concise video for the teenagers with fly-like attention spans. This is good. Native tokens are coming to Cardano. March 1st is the hard fork combinator event that should be completed, and then you can start creating your own tokens on the Cardano ecosystem. I look forward to seeing all your shit coins, guys. Show me your shit coins. It's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of shit coins, but there's going to be a lot of good quality coins on there, kind of like Liquid Finance. I want to do another Liquid Finance showcase. Probably do that tomorrow. I know we've already seen one on this channel before, but that was integrating Cardano, guys. The future is bright. Keep the faith. Don't listen to FUD. Not financial advice. Do your own research. All right, so this is that's the fund news there. I had it open twice. All right. Okay, so straight from the horse's mouth, Charles Hoskinson said that the most important thing about this project was catalyst, guys, and governance. All right, governance is extremely important. All right, we're going to go over this, why it's extremely important in a couple of seconds here. Why interoperability and governance are important for Cardano in 2021. With crappy governance systems, you have episodes like Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin and Bitcoin SV. The only reason why Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Diamond, Bitcoin, dumpster juice exists is because of governance issues, guys. They could not come to a consensus, so forks occurred. But with Cardano, guys, and, same thing with Ethereum. We have Ethereum Classic because of a difference in governance. Some people wanted to continue on with the chain. Some people wanted to create a new chain, and a new chain was created. Now you have Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. Well, in order to avoid that, guys, we need to have governance systems in place to combat this. We need to have governance system in place that the community decides where the vision of the project goes. And with that, we have catalysts. First, Cardano is set to fill public governance vision that emphasizes a democratic and decentralized wow, I'm tripping all over my words today. That emphasizes a democratic and decentralized decision-making to ensure its blockchain sustainability over the long run. Let's take a look. Cardano is pioneering a future of community-driven innovation and decision-making, taking decentralized development to the next level. The spearhead of this development for 2021 is called Project Catalyst. Project Catalyst is a new experiment into decentralized Cardano that will allow Cardano holders to vote on funding proposals for potential ecosystem projects, an important step in Cardano's on-chain governance. Also, guys, Cardano has an amazing feature with it that if you vote, you can also earn ADA tokens for voting. It incentivizes voting. Voting, registration, and development of new proposals can be accessed through Yoroi and dataless wallets. This will allow for democratic proceeding of innovation decisions for the community, by the community, where the users of Cardano possess the power to have say on decisions. So not only is Cardano the financial operating system of the future, it is also its own DAO, guys, its own decentralized autonomous organization. Charles Hoskinson does not control Cardano anymore, guys. Like, IOHK does not control Cardano anymore. It is now our platform. He has given this to us so that we can bring it to the next level. Participate on Catalyst, guys. If you have skills, you know, I really ain't with the coding, but some of you know how to code. Please contribute. You know, put your ideas on Catalyst, guys. We need it. One of the main value propositions since the inception of Cardano has been interoperability. The vision for the future is to provide a decentralized data platform utilizing blockchain technology that is scalable to onboard large amounts of data, sustainable to keep incentives aligned with a robust Cardano governance structure, and offer efficient interoperability with other blockchain and legacy systems. To date, one of the biggest factors in the blockchain industry has been trying to address the zero-sum mentality of many big industry players, creating a need for unifying the industry theme. Guys, this is not a zero-sum game. I say it all the time. We are all going to make it. All right? I am not a crypto maximalist. Being a crypto maximalist is kind of stupid because every crypto that wins is a win for our favorite crypto. We need crypto adoption across the board, guys. And that's what Cardano is about. Hopefully one day, I hope that Cardano and Ethereum could put aside their differences and work together. You know why? Because if we're all working together, nobody can stop us. But it's so easy to put out some psychological operations, put out some FUD, and get the community fractured and people turn on each other. It's so easy to do that. All you got to do is put out some FUD out there. And there you go, people believing it and selling their coins, dumping the price, whales dumping the price, and it's all a psychological downturn from there. People don't know how to master their emotions. They don't know how to separate real news from fake news. And you have large dumps because of it. All right, so I've been on my soapbox. Let's move on. We've got another kind of long article here that IOG is going to read. I'm going to play the whole thing. It's about 7 minutes long. Don't worry, guys, before you click off. I'm going to put timestamps on there, so if you want to skip it, you can go ahead and skip it to the end of the video. Let's take a look. Hopefully you don't click off. But if you do, I still love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's play it.
Stable fees, denominating transaction costs in native tokens, introducing a novel mechanism that allows the payment of transaction fees in user-defined tokens on Cardano. In Douglas Adams' classic, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a babelfish is a creature that allows you to hear any language translated into your own. This fantasy of universal translation ensures meaningful interaction despite the myriad different languages in the galaxy. In the cryptocurrency space, smart contract platforms enable the development of a myriad custom tokens. Is it possible to interact with a platform using your preferred token? If only there was a Babel fees mechanism to translate the token you use to the one that the platform requires for posting a transaction. Common wisdom in blockchain systems suggests that posting a valid transaction must incur a cost to the sender. The argument is that, without such constraint, there's nothing to stop anyone from overloading the system with trivial transactions saturating its capacity and rendering it unusable. Given the above tenet, a frequently made corollary is that any blockchain system where user-defined tokens are supported, it should be prohibited to pay transaction fees in such tokens. Instead, transactions should carry a fee in the native token of the platform that's accepted by all participants as being valuable. Arguably, such a restriction is undesirable. But how is it possible to circumvent the ensuing and seemingly inevitable vulnerability? Cryptography and game theory have been known to make possible what seemed impossible. Celebrated examples include key exchange over a public channel, Merkel's puzzles, and auctions where being truthful is the rational thing to do, like Vickrey's auctions. And so it also turns out in this case. First, let's recall how native assets work in Cardano. Tokens can be created according to a minting policy, and they're treated natively in the ledger along with ADA. Cardano's ledger adopts the extended UTXO model, and issuing a valid transaction requires consuming one or more UTXOs. A UTXO in Cardano may carry not just ADA, but in fact a token bundle that can contain multiple different tokens, both fungible and non-fungible. In this way, it's possible to write transactions that transfer multiple different tokens with a single UTXO. Transaction fees in the ledger are denominated in ADA according to a function fixed as a ledger parameter. A powerful feature of Cardano's eUTXO model is that the fees required for a valid transaction can be predicted precisely prior to posting it. This is a unique feature that's not enjoyed by other ledger arrangements, such as the account-based model used in Ethereum. Indeed, in this latter case, the fees needed for a transaction may change during the time it takes for the transaction to settle, since other transactions may affect the ledger's state in between and influence the required cost for processing the transaction. Let's consider the following thought experiment to help us move towards our objective of Babel fees. Imagine that it's possible to issue a transaction that declares a liability denominated in ADA equal to the amount of fees that the transaction issuer is supposed to pay. Such a transaction would not be admissible to the ledger. However, it can be perceived as an open offer that asks for the liability to be covered. Why would anyone respond to such an offer? To entice a response, assuming the token bundle concept already present in Cardano, the transaction can offer some amount of tokens to whoever covers the liability. This suggests a spot trade between ADA and the offered token at a certain exchange rate. Consider now a block producer that sees such a transaction. The block producer can create a matching transaction, absorbing the liability, covering it with ADA, as well as claiming the tokens that are on offer. By suitably extending the ledger rules, the transaction with the liability, as well as its matching transaction, become admissible to the ledger as a group. Due to the absorption of the liability, the set of two transactions becomes properly priced in ADA as a whole, and hence it does not break the ledger's bookkeeping rules in terms of ADA fees. As a result, the transaction with the liability settles, and we've achieved our objective. Users can submit transactions priced in any token they possess, and, providing a block producer is willing to take them up on the spot trade, have them settle in the ledger as regular transactions. The mechanism is of course conditioned on the presence of liquidity providers that possess ADA and are willing to issue matching transactions. In fact, the mechanism creates a market for such liquidity providers. For instance, a stake pool operator can publish exchange rates for specific tokens they consider acceptable. For instance, an SPO can declare that they will accept token X for an exchange rate 3-to-1 over ADA. It follows that if a transaction costs, say, 16 Lovelace, the transaction can declare a liability of 16 Lovelace as well as offer 0.48 of token X. In the native asset model of Cardano, this can be implemented as a single UTXO carrying a token bundle with the following specification: ADA, negative 0.16, token X, 0.48. Note the negative sign signifying the liability. Suppose now that the SPO is about to produce a block. She recovers the liability transaction from the mempool and issues a matching transaction consuming the UTXO with the liability. The matching transaction transfers 0.48 of token X to a new output which is owned by the SPO. The resulting block contains the two transactions in sequence. The matching transaction provides the missing 16 Lovelace in addition to the fees that are needed for itself. In fact, multiple transactions can be batched together and have their fees covered by a single matching transaction. The above process is entirely opt-in for SPOs. Each one can determine their own policy and exchange rate, as well as decide to change the exchange rate for the various tokens they accept on the spot. Moreover, there's no need for agreement between SPOs about the value of a specific token. In fact, different SPOs may provide different exchange rates for the same token, and a user issuing a liability transaction can offer an amount of tokens corresponding to the minimum, average, or even maximum of the posted exchange rates in the network. In this way, a natural trade-off arises between settlement time of liability transactions and the market value of tokens they offer. This illustrates how native tokens, the EU TXO model, and the simple but powerful tweak of introducing liabilities in the form of negative values in token bundles can accommodate Babel fees, empowering users to price transactions in any token natively supported by the system. It also shows the unique advantage of being an SPO in such a system. It should be noted that SPOs need not be the only entities in the network offering to cover liabilities. In fact, an SPO can readily partner, if they wish, with an external liquidity provider who will be issuing the matching transactions. In addition, third-party providers can also act on the network independently and issue matching transactions. Nevertheless, the benefit will remain with the block producers. SPOs can always front-run matching transactions and substitute them for their own if they wish to do so. This is a case that front-running transactions is a feature. It makes it feasible for SPOs to be paid in the tokens they prefer for their transaction processing services. The mechanism of negative quantities in token bundles can be implemented in the basic ledger rules of Cardano at some point following the introduction of native assets with the Mary hard fork. Beyond Babel fees, the mechanism allows a variety of other interesting applications, such as atomic swaps for spot trades, that we'll cover in a future blog post. It's yet another illustration of the power of Cardano's approach and its ability to support a diverse and entrepreneurial community of users and stake pool operators.
All right, guys, you heard it from the horse's mouth there. Thank you for listening to the whole thing. If you're still with me, again, timestamps will be there just in case you don't want to listen to the whole thing. So basically, for those that skipped it, native assets, you'll be able to pay transaction fees in those assets. So, for instance, if you got some Yeet coin on Cardano and you wanted to send Yeet coin to me for some ADA, you could pay that transaction fee in Yeet coin instead of ADA. So it's pretty cool. There was a little bit of science behind how it goes, and I can't wait to see it in action. So again, timestamps. You don't have to click off. I understand that people have time and stuff. So moving on, guys. Last story of the day. Please, guys, check out Cardano 360. You've probably seen it up. You probably seen it if you checked YouTube, and if you're subscribed to IOHK, please go ahead and check it out, guys. They go through darn near everything here, man. They go through Marlowe. They go through, up here, how Cardano works. They break everything down, guys. They have a Marlowe. Here's how I believe the new data list is going to look here. Multi-assets. They go through a whole Marlowe tutorial at some point during this live stream. Everything you want to know about Cardano and what's coming up here, guys, is going to happen. See, look, a whole Marlowe tutorial. They went ham during this live stream, guys. So please check it out. Don't forget it. It's a bit long, but there's a lot of information that's super action packed in there. I hope you enjoy it. That's all I have for you today, guys. Don't let your memes be dreams. Cardano is next up. I love each and every one of you, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning.